What's up guys, it's Roger and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be using the Beastmaster to further our curse level here on another stage. Check out the runes here really quick if you'd like to. I have sure-footed so we take some less damage. We also take less knockback from the exploders because screw those guys. And then we have purity on here. So it's going to increase all damage caused by 50%. This bonus is reduced by 5% for each different type of negative effect, so we don't want to stack too many types of negative effects on our enemies. Lastly, we have generalist. You cause 5% extra damage for each different type your currently active skills have. So we want to differ our skills a little bit if we can. The only thing we still have at curse level 4 is down here on the Dungeon of Despair, so we might as well go ahead and do up to and including curse level 5 on the Dungeon of Despair and try to catch that up. And then we'll jump into a 6 after that, I guess, on something. So let's go ahead and get into it. I've only ever used the Beastmaster here literally one time. So she has this right here. She does poison damage here on this swipe, and I think I might want to go for a big poison build. Now, obviously, we want to do as little negative effects on our enemies as possible, but I'm thinking what we do is we just apply poison and rot. So we go for like a big nature build, and if we do that, poison and rot can be really good, especially for taking out, you know, big enemies because they can just tick on them for a long time, and rot is really good for taking out hordes of enemies like this because it bounces around and then it ticks all of them, so that can be very nice as well. So that's my idea. We'll see how far I can stick to that and how much we can actually do with that idea, but that's my idea in a nutshell. It's only negative effects I'll go for is poison and rot, and then of course we'll get a big damage boost if we can just keep any other negative effects from applying to our enemies. So that's what I'm looking at. We'll see what happens, but yeah, gonna be a big nature build. That's what we're going for here. Screw that. I'll just take the damage, and no thank you. Like I said, give me some nature stuff. Here we go. Poison bomb is pretty darn good. Projectiles, I'm gonna go for the direct damage early here, just because, first of all, it's ranged, and some direct damage will be very good for us. Because we can actually aim this, and aim it as we run away, and these guys will also have to chase us down and take a bunch of poison stacks. See how hard the poison can hit when it actually stacks up here? That's what you're looking to do. Just stack it up. Oh, okay. Let's dash up here as much as we can, get the poison stacking on this thing, and we'll just start taking it out. Actually, we can level up really quick and kill this thing a little faster. So we don't want Doom. I'm going to banish things like this. If it's something that applies, like fragility, I don't want to put any other negative effects on, so I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, Poison Cloud is one that's actually really good. Multicast, huge. The more poison bolts we can hit an enemy with, the more we can stack that poison. So, or even our slashes, whatever it is. You know, poison clouds that we get out there. That just stacks up poison even faster, which stacks up ticks even faster, which kills our enemies even faster. Speaking of, we can probably leave those guys to die to the poison ticks now. That's what I'm saying. You can apply a bunch of poison ticks, run away, let them die to said poison ticks, and then come back, collect that sweet XP. It's kind of the loop we're going for here. I should have banished that fire thing. Poison bomb, sure. And this is perfect. This is going to damage up all of our nature abilities. Make them bigger too. Sure, we like to see that. And Poison Bomb takes him out. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I see some merit to this run. It'll probably get a little tough later. Hopefully we can win with this run, but I think it will get. Ooh, yay. Love when you run out of dodges. A little Death Knight on our cheeks here. Oh boy, and here comes the Sploders. Well, that shouldn't have hit me, I'll be honest with that. Hey, buddy. You want to die? You want to eat these cheeks? I think you do. I'm a big totem killer. As soon as I see these totems spawn, I'm just like, yeah, get me in there, chief. I just want to take the totem out, because then I can focus on elites, you know? Speaking of elites, they're here. And the totem's dead, which makes it our job easier for taking these elites out. Alright, let's see. One reroll left. Unfortunately, not going to get anything there. Have to take something. So for now, I'll just take the Titan's Cleaver. Why not? Give me that. Oh yeah, big. And beautiful Acid Rain, because that does rot. So rot is the only other negative effect we're going to apply. Just rot and poison. That's what I want. Rot and poison, nothing else. Those ticks will stack up a lot, and like I said, the rot will keep spreading to the smaller enemies in between each other, and they die from it. And that'll keep letting us have some nice crowd control, since we don't have the greatest crowd control as of yet. But as we get our AoEs up, honestly, Poison Cloud can be pretty good for crowd controlling little guys. Alright, movement speed is beautiful at this time. Cobra Totem. I've never had this before. 10 seconds. Okay. Well, we're full nature, so let's do it up. Woo! Honestly, a Cobra Totem right here would be pretty nice right now. I think one is about to spawn. Trying to get up behind these guys and apply as much poison as I can. Before I get away from them. But we gotta be careful with that, you know. Okay, that was like a exploder or something, so it wasn't too much damage to us. Beautiful. We don't want bleed. No, thank you. And we don't want any more passives. Okay. Yeah. And we don't want poison. Oh, wait, I actually could have taken that because we are doing poison. Honestly, get rid of the fire shield too. Okay, this is good. We'll take a little defense here if I can. Honestly, sounds nice to me. One of these bosses is about to die. There he goes. Alexi's gonna follow suit. Not very long after, is what I'm trying to say. Trying and failing to say. And we can just kind of shoot this guy with poison bombs for the most part. Attack him from a distance the most we can. And then, yeah, there we go. There we go. Stacking stuff up now. I can't pass this up. I would really like that health. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm out of banishes, actually. Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have banished the poison one, and I wish I banished the burning one. But it's okay. We took a lot of stuff out of the passive pool that we just won't get anymore, so we're good. Got a little Cobra Totem down there. That'll start taking some shots. It actually shoots poison bombs, which is nicer than some of the other totems because that means that it's also applying some AoE for us. So that's pretty good. We want to see if we can stay around those a little bit. Where is this Soulstone Stealer boy? Oh, he died, okay. I just saw him do like an ice tornado and I was like, I'd like to take him out, please. The trouble's always just finding the suckers. Armor, yes, please. Yep, obviously. What is area here? Okay, some good area stuff. I wish it would tell me how much extra percentage bonus I'm getting from something like this right now. Because I just don't know. Hopefully I didn't waste it too much. Hopefully I have enough differing types of, stuff in my abilities that I get some boosted power out of that. I'm kind of counting on these runes giving me a good bit of boosted power to my Tixa damage. Crit is something else we can go that would be quite helpful here because every instance of a poison ticking can crit. So if we can get our crit up like crazy, then it can just go tick, 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 which is just really being crit, 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 crit. So that could be very good for us. Could stack that up. Cool. And if I get like a dash charge, that'd be pretty dope too, because I'm just kind of not as fast as I would like to be yet, but then also running out of dashes quite frequently here. And when that happens, that's how you get screwed over, Can't avoid things when you can't dash. Which is why you have to be kind of liberal with your dashes, but at the same time, in these high curse levels, you don't always have the luxury to be liberal with your dashes. So, it's a tricky balance you're trying to strike, but look how, wow. Oh god. I think I got a Cobra Totem in there just kind of clobbering them, is that the case? That might have been the case. Ooh, big there. Oh, baby, they're giving Papa a break today. Here we go, 100% chance to deal a critical strike with full health. That's beautiful. Keep going the XP multipliers. And then everything with bomb, which is these two. I love that. I would love the movement speed too, I'm not going to lie to you. But for right now, I think we're going to have to go with this. I'm going down here, grabbing this Boss Crystal really quick. Then I'll probably turn around and grab the other one. And then we'll go ahead and hike it up towards this totem so we can take it out. Looks like our poison bombs have, or our poison clouds I should say, have quite a bit of radius right now. Our poison bombs do too. And they're actually a really good ability the acid rain is. It will stack up on your enemies very fast. That's one I like quite a bit. Good dodge there. Get ourselves out of trouble for at least 2 seconds. Maybe 1.5 is more accurate. Alright, let's take these guys out. Okay. Another totem down here. Might as well keep farming these out. The less totems there is when bosses spawn, which is happening pretty soon, the more of a happy camper I will be. Give me the block. Again, we don't want the slow, so... And we don't want the burn. Area modifiers are an upgrade that I will take all day. The way I see it, an area modifier is, in its own way, a type of damage modifier because, well, if it can hit things that it wouldn't have hit before, then it's doing the damage that it wouldn't have done before, right? So, in its own roundabout way, but maybe that's just how I make myself feel better about getting a bunch of damage modifier upgrades. And I won't stop. I need it. I need the copium. Oh, let's see if I can actually dodge around this wall fast enough. Oy vey. I'm very much so trying to just apply a good amount of poison to these guys, which looks like it's going pretty well, honestly. I will keep taking the armor if you want to keep giving it to me. Gotta be careful, there's a flamethrower attack coming straight for my Gucci. Maybe I should say Coochie, because that's more accurate. My Cooch? No, a Gooch, that's what it's called, right? Isn't that, or is that the taint? Never mind, you don't need it. These are the thoughts that go through my brain. And then when I'm struggling to fight 3 Lords of the Void at once, they're the thoughts that come out of my mouth hole, which is the only hole I have related to my mouth, in case you're wondering. Can you do me a favor and die, Alexi? Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Honestly, I will be back for these boss crystals. Don't even worry about it. You can go ahead and hold on to them. I'm going to kill this totem first, because until I kill this totem, I don't even think I can get to the boss crystals. So, really kind of just something I need to do, to be honest with you. Oh yeah. Dude, when they give those things applying to all of my nature abilities, I'm nutting in 6 different languages. Like, that's beautiful. You have no clue. That's going to come straight for me. Yes. You can run down here really quick. I'm just grabbing this boss crystal. And then we can fight over here if you'd like. Venomous Strike or Acid Rain? I'll take Acid Rain, honestly. I think it's a great ability. I can't lose this movement speed. Oh, I'm sorry, but no. That didn't hit me. Not in the slightest. Sometimes abilities are a little janky in this game, I'll be honest. It's like, yeah, here's the casting AoE, and I'm like, okay. I'll make sure I don't stand in it, and then I don't, and then they're like, ooh, sorry, it actually went off 0.2 seconds before we make it look like it was going to go off, so it hit you. And then I'm like, cool, maybe we could make it accurate. Okay, and like that? Nah, dog. No, no, no. It's a laser attack. There is a totem up there that I would love to kill. Like, I'm surprised that didn't hit me. That's something that they would do a lot. Just like, okay, this randomly hits you. Alright, just you 2 suckers left, huh? I would love to Alright, I wanted the boss crystal so I can maybe get some XP and heal a little bit. There's no way I'm oh, fuck off! No. Eat your own toes. That is ridiculous. Yo, can I have everything on this screen? Obviously I have to go this, but I really do want the movement speed. Screw that boss. He can chase me the fuck down if he wants to. I needed that health crystal and I want to kill this totem because this totem is making my life a living hell. Plus, the boss will come to me, after all. A pretty hot commodity. Cool. Ah, cool. Very cool. That's a cool one. A cool load of bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's one thing I'd like to improve about the performance of the game is just showing when an ability is going to hit as pixel perfect as it can be, because that's a big deal in a game like this. And I say this a lot because it's kind of like they made the balancing of the game around the fact that you need to have these amazing dodges, right? I'm dead. I'm going to lose a life here, I think. because I don't have enough dodges. I got very lucky to get out of there. That was the will of the game. I mostly thought I was dead because I was stuck in the spider web. I couldn't get out of the spider web, so I was really slow. Yeah, yes, please. Yeah. And then I only had 2 dodges, and I could barely get them off. Speaking of spiders, it's that part of the game. Part of the game where you start getting really screwed over by spiders. Alright. Okay, I wanted to go up there if I could and kind of hit her for a while. But the game did not want me to do that. Hello there. Yeah, I'm cool killing any of you, whichever one of you wants to, like, die. So if I can just get poison on all of you, spread some rot around to these smaller enemies, and they can spread the rot to the bosses. No. Let's stop. Let's take a chill pill on this really quick. Huh. Gotta go the area, but I would like the armor, but we'll just go... block power. The way I see it, you can get health back from health crystals, like that, from leveling up, and you'll come back to half health when you revive. So, you come back at half health when you revive, right? But you're going to come back at as much block power and armor power as you had whenever you died anyways. So you kind of might as well get the block power and armor power, because that's going to apply to the half health you get back when you do respawn. So I just think those upgrades might be a little better in the long run if you are already at full health and you'll have the ability to, you know, keep staying alive to take advantage of that full health. Then, in that case, I think that full health, or the health upgrades, could be better than the block and the armor upgrades. But in this situation, I think it was better for me to just grab the block power than the health. Alright, so here's where it starts getting sticky, but hey! Let's go! Oh, took a little too long there. Honestly, I mean, I actually got the other portals. I'm pretty impressed with myself. 100%, I'm just gonna, like, die going through these portals, but, like, whatever. Take a sip of water here while I can. Might pause really quick. We're fine. I need to pause. I am gonna die, but hey, we already completed that curse level now, so I'm happy we completed our objective. And if I can get as much prestige as possible on this character, then we might as well do it, because we can unlock some extra runes and abilities and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and just try to get some prestige on this dude now. I'm pretty happy with how that run turned out, honestly. I'm starting to figure out the little nuances of what you need to do to kind of build a run to actually handle these high curse levels, I think. And tick damage is really the name of the game. You might have thought it was Soulstone Survivors. I'll probably change it in future episodes. I'm just going to change it to tick damage, because that's literally what carries every crazy run I've had lately. It's just like, here, give the boss fucking melanoma and wait for them to slowly fizzle out. That's basically the only thing you can do to be successful. So, that's pretty fun. Yeah, keep making me a BP boy. I think this character's a woman. Ooh, baby. Yo, our abilities are about to be chunky. Oh, look how big they are. Let's go. Especially the poison fog is a huge area. I wonder how good these chaos totems are doing. Now, the constant question I have about tick damage is, what does it apply the tick damage to on the end screen? Does it say, okay, all your poison damage, each individual tick was applied from each individual ability, and each individual damage tick from that poison is contributed to the ability that applied that tick of damage? You get what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to really vocalize it how I want it to be said, but hopefully you can kind of parse what I'm saying out of that. Damage modifiers are great here. Area modifiers are always great as well. Give me the XP, of course. So bomb goes to these two. Okay, it's area or multicast. Multicast for sure. Yeah, come this way. I'm trying to be to the point where I can kind of just run around these guys and get my effects on them Like I said, we will be dying before I beat this one. I'm almost completely sure, but ooh, like Alexi chasing me like that? How much did we just stack up with poison on him? Obviously I can't check, but you check and then you tell me. Really? That much? Dang. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. My goal in life is to, first of all, blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. But second of all, oh wait, I forgot the ending part of that, which is second of all, is to just basically act like I'm living in Blue's Clues or Dora the Explorer constantly, and just ask my audience, do you see the red door? And they'll be like, yeah, and I don't know, that might attract a lot of idiots because they'll actually think I'm talking to them, but I think it's really the next level of parasocial relationships. If you really think about it, Blue's Clues was doing parasocial relationships just to an insane degree before anybody else, you know what I mean? Dora the Explorer is out here like, oh, nope, screw you, I don't want any of your random ass dots. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. 30? You're a sploder. What? Like what? I can barely hit that thing. Here's the problems. This is the problems with the game. This is kind of what I'm talking about. I'm glad I was actually able to get through that level of curse before getting to this, but this is, Woo! Wow, you see what happens when you try to play the game? When they're like, hey, hit the bosses, and then you go, okay. And then that's what happens when you try to hit the bosses. They punish you for trying to play the game. That's my biggest problem with it. Acid rain. But you see what I'm saying? Like, you know, us YouTubers are out here, like, answering comments, you know, talking to you in a Discord server, like, phew, it's pretty good, you know. You're literally talking straight to us. Otherwise, you know, that's still a parasocial relationship. You don't really know us. But, you know, Dora the Explorer is just out here like, oh, where should we go? And then a big old fucking arrow comes out and it's like, here, idiot. And you're like, go there. And she's like, good choice. Can you say Vominos? And you're like, Vominos. And she's like, haha, Liddy Poggy. And then you're just like, me and Dora are on the same wavelength, you know? But obviously, Dora's not really vibing with you. Sorry to burst your bubble there, pal. If you didn't know that, Dora is not actually vibing with you. She cannot actually hear you, and is in fact just pre-recorded. Now, this is genius in my opinion, though, because the level of friendship you think you have with Dora is just like exponentially crazier than it ever is. For one, she's a cartoon. She is not real. This is a 40-year-old woman, I'm assuming, that is voicing a 10-year-old woman. I don't know. How old's Dora? How old is... Dora's not real. It doesn't matter. And then, you know, you think you're, like, friends with her. And that's genius. Especially from a marketing standpoint. Oh. Because there's just children out here thinking that shit. And then they're like, oh, can I buy a doll of my friend Dora? And the parents are like, fuck yeah, sure. Good, didn't know you guys were so tight. And she's just like, me and Dora, we roll deep, you know? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Mom. And you're like, alright. Hey, I appreciate that. I can respect that. I can respect your Dora relationship. Health all day. Dude, I'd love to see that. Yeah, just keep running this way, pal. If any of you want to die at any point either, that'd be pretty cool. It's something I'm down with, you know? I don't really talk about it often, but I am down with you all dying. I'm kind of trying just to stick around this area a little bit while they chase me here. I really do want to just apply. Hey, what's up? Hey. I thought that ability actually ends where it says it's going to end. Some abilities show, like, this is the max range of that ability, and I go, okay, thank you for telling me. I'll make sure I stand farther than it, and then it'll go farther than that, and I'm like, you kind of are a massive fucking liar. Hey, more bosses. Can I just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's only 5 right now. I guess, have I killed a few? I don't see any. Oh, there is some one boss crystal there at least. Okay. I would love to get that boss crystal just so I could, like, get the XP that's on the map. Cool. Alright. Well, I think the tick damage is still working. Like, it's doing a lot of damage, especially over time as they run into it. I like that, but it's mostly just about getting them to a spot where I can actually like apply that tick damage. I think the rot is... Oop! What the fuck? What even hit me? Okay. Like, sure, he chases me here. Ooh, this is not where I wanted to... Okay, I'm sorry, like, that didn't hit me? I'm pretty sure that didn't hit me. Like, that 100% should have hit me. I literally ran out of dodges completely in his aura. And you just let me get away from that. But then something, like, thrown from fucking Geneva flies through my window and clonks me on the head while I'm mid-dodge in an iframe. And you guys are like, ooh, tough break, pal. Looks like you got smacked there. No, you got smacked. Fuck you. Fix your shit. Fix your shit. Alright. Sure, brother. Just, yeah. Thanks, Sploder. I like that there's a multicast chance on the totems. That's pretty cool. Honestly, can I leave like a totem? I'm about to spawn some totems. If I could just leave the totems here, I think I did it. You know what I mean? Because if I left the totems there, it could kill the Chaos Totem. I think that Sploder actually helped me get out of trouble. It won't matter in the long run, I don't think, but yeah, that's big. I'm kind of just stacking up a bunch of block power and armor power if I can. Nice shield bash, numbskull. Maybe I should have got more crit through this if I could have. I don't really know if I could have, but I don't know. That might have been something that helped quite a bit. I think the totems are actually pretty good because you can leave them as you run. Like, look at that, and then I think they actually just applied a lot of poison to him. And I'm spawning them so frequently and with so much extra cast chance that I think it's kind of going off. The poison and rot is definitely really good for crowd control. I will say that. Like, I'm... Okay, so see, like, I dashed into that Sploder because I saw him coming and I figured, okay, I'll dash and then he won't do the damage to me. But he just hits my hitbox anyways. So you keep your physical hitbox while you're dashing. I think that's another big problem. That's why you get stuck on architecture and enemies so much, is because your hitbox won't disappear when you're like dashing. So you just hit the stuff that you're dashing into. And it won't move them, depending on what your body mass is, which is bigger for some characters. I think it's a little bigger on this character maybe. It can be nice, you know, because you can actually just do a nice dash and get straight through some enemies. On other characters where you don't have the ability to have a big body mass, you just sit there and you get smacked, you know, because you couldn't move the enemy out of your way when you dashed. And it's like, huh. A little silly sometimes, I don't know. I think we took out some of the enemies that were causing us the most trouble with like AoEs on the ground. These guys chasing us are not so bad, especially when I can actually fight them for a bit. It's just a matter of actually getting to a point where I can fight them. Try to leave as much acid rain and whatnot as I could right there. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can... Oop! Thought I was gonna get hit there. Wow, new bosses. Great. It's not like I was having any trouble with the last 16 that spawns. It's like my Johnny Depp, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory laugh. Now that's a slapper movie. I remember seeing that in theaters too. Because my dad used to just take me to movies. That holds up to this day. See, that's like a good remake. Where, you know, it had been forever since like the original Gene Wilder, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And so, you know, you get a new one with a very popular actor of our time. And then it goes hard anyways, because it was just well done. And it was different enough from the original, you know? They actually had some new, like, ways to kill the kids. I mean, disfigure the kids. And it actually changed up the story a bit, and it was just interesting, and I like it. But it's like this shameless reboots that you get now, like the Lion King type shit, where it's all just like, let's make it live action. And they don't change the story in the slightest, and they don't do it better. It's just CGI now, and it's like, nobody wanted this. But then people go see it, and people see it because they want to see how bad it is. And then it's really bad. So I guess like self-fulfilling prophecy in a way. But it's just like, ugh, what a shitty trend. What a shitty trend. Then there's Avatar just came out, I'm pretty sure, which Avatar's a terrible movie. I'm sorry, what the fuck is up with Avatar? This is like a conspiracy theory that honestly I have. I'm like, there's no way this shit was actually so big in the box office. Who the hell watched Avatar in the movie theater? Please leave me a fucking comment if you did. And then fucking fight me, because I'm kind of mad about it. Like, you have all these Marvel movies in the box office top 10s and stuff, and it's like, yeah, deserved, actual like good movies, huge cultural phenomenons, and then it's just like Titanic, yeah, makes sense. And then it's like Avatar, what? A big part of it is because it was one of like the first movies, if not the first movie, to have like updated 3D, I think it was, or like IMAX even. And so that was a big contributor that helped it out. But like, it's not even good. It's not even like nuanced, like, we need to save our planet because deforestation bad. Like, that's supposed to be like the subtext, but you can't even call it subtext when it's so fucking in your face. Jesus Christ. You could jam a pencil in my eye and I wouldn't even see it as much as I see that bullshit. And then it's just spent so long making the second one, which is quote-unquote bombing at the box office. It's made like 130 million, I think, on its opening weekend, with like an extra 100 million or 200 million worldwide, because that's just the US box office opening weekend. But it's just like, that's very bad, just so we're clear. That's very bad for what the movie needs to do to be profitable, because of how much time and money was spent on making it. Even James Cameron said, I think it needs to be one of the best box office opening weekends in history, or it is immediately going to be not profitable. So, the movie, I'm pretty sure, is already not profitable. Surprised I didn't die there, because they just got me stuck on enemies. It's kind of what I'm talking about here, where you can't dash through enemies. So I'm happy about that, because it's like good, because I don't want a third one of these fucking things. And I've never met a single person in my life who is like an Avatar like fan. You know, you have like Marvel fanboys, DC fanboys, and fangirls, to be fair. But then, have you ever met someone who's like, oh, I'm an Avatar fanboy? Yeah, maybe Avatar The Last Airbender, which is actually like a nominal series, of course, that they are also making a live-action Netflix show out of, which seems kind of cursed and doomed in many ways already, but we'll see when it actually comes out, if it ever comes out. But it's just like, who is simping for this movie that we actually like got a second one just because it did so well in the box office? But I just don't get how it did so well in the box office originally. Like, what happened? People were going out and seeing this like multiple times. Like, I don't get it. It blows my mind to think about it, because I'm just like, there's no way this thing should ever have had this much success. But I'm glad it's not continuing to have success. I want something like that to die, because it's just like, it's just not good. And it looks like shit too. I'm sorry. Who looks at that and they're like, this looks good? Bro, She-Hulk looking better than fucking Avatar 2. Like, hello? Doesn't look good. They're like fucking with their ponytails and all this stuff too. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this whole series is just like some weird kink stuff or something. It's not right. It's not right, man. Something's wrong about it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But yeah, really, you gotta let me know if you're like an actual Avatar fan. Please tell me, because I need some kind of clarity on this. I need to find one guy who's just like, oh, I fucking love Avatar because this, and this, and I'll be like, okay, that's fun. That was in the middle of a dash, but then there wasn't enough iframes, so it still killed me. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just surprised it took me that long to die, just to be completely fair. You see how sluggish these runs are, though, at the end? Like, they just fucking suck. I wanted to give you guys a longer video, which is why I went into this. I do need to get up to cycle 3 done, on Overlord mode. But like, I'm not gonna do it on the high curse level because this is hell. Guess I'll die. See, like, how did I dodge? One spot, dude. That's not fair. Dude. Stop spawning bosses. My brother and all things terrible, which is this game. Stop spawning bosses. I do not want them. See, here's the thing now. There's like no bosses chasing me. All the bosses on the map are like area denial ones. But since they're all area denial, they're all denying area for each other. And I can't get close enough to do damage. Sure, what do you want me to do? You got me stuck on a tree. And then you immediately spawn 60 abilities on me. You understand how that's unbalanced, right? And you gotta think about it like this. There was 2 beam abilities and then a flamethrower ability going at once. Which are constant ticking AoE abilities in a line that your iframes, from what I've seen most of the time, do not really care about. Dashing through them needs to be about pixel perfect, and I'm pretty sure the flamethrower attack is bigger than your dash is able to go over. So if you try to dash over a flamethrower attack a lot of times, you will always get hit by at least a little bit of tick of damage. So enjoy that. Then there's exploders, which just come at you, and even if they shouldn't hit you, they probably will. There's just a lot of issues. This is why I don't really do the high curse levels sometimes, because it's just not enjoyable. Like, look, there's an edge to his laser attack there. Like, that's great. But now there's another totem up here, which, like, should I even care? Maybe this is the worst of my, or at least my worries. I don't even know. I feel like if I leave it, I'm just screwed, though. I honestly feel like I'm counting on my totems doing so much damage because I just kind of need to, like, leave them and then hope. Like, there's a flamethrower attack on me right now. But you know what? Do you see how there's, like, smoke blowing out of it? And you can't tell what of it is the actual flamethrower attack that will hit you, and how much of it is just, like, random effects flying off the end of it. The laser attack has a clear, defined radius, a clear, defined range. It says, here's the end of the laser. Look at it. You see that? I mean, let's see if I can find that laser attack so I can show it to you. See that? It had a clear, defined end to it. And I could see that and say, look at that. That's where it ends. All I need to do is stand farther back than that. And there you go. I dodged the laser. Cool. The flamethrower attack? No clear, defined end to it. So I can stand really far away from it, and sometimes it'll still hit me. And then once it starts hitting you, the ticks on it go tick, 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 really, really, really quick. And you're basically just screwed. By the time it starts ticking you, if any kind of AoE hits you, any kind of slow hits you, anybody starts body blocking you, you're probably going to die. Now you combine that with a bunch of AoEs on the ground while that flamethrower attack is hitting you and you're getting stuck in the shits. You combine that with getting stuck on architecture and or enemies, and then you combine that with some laser attacks are coming out at the same exact time. How are you expected to even be able to dodge that? That's just fun. See that, like, right there. I couldn't dash through those guys. I dashed and it just literally dead stopped me right on them. Because I can't go through them. It's just not something you can do. Right there. I go to dash a bunch of times? No. I'm stuck on enemies. So I just get to stand on fire. Here comes the flamethrower attack. It's just silly. And sometimes architecture will stop an enemy's ability. Like that laser attack. It can't go through walls. But the flamethrower attack, it can go through walls. So you can't even hide behind a wall. So then at that point, it's like, you really have nowhere to hide. Just literally have nowhere to hide. So, yeah, these are my big issues with the game. If you couldn't tell, now you can. Now you can. Had to dodge up there, I'd get stuck in architecture. Luckily it worked out. Luckily for once it worked out. I think these poison clouds are heaven sent. Oy vey. So 3 laser attacks at once. See what I mean? Yeah, I get a a dud dash, as I'm going to probably start calling them now, which is when you actually go through a dash, but for some reason it just doesn't do the full length of the dash. It does this like weak dash. Because there's another thing, the dashes are inconsistent. Sometimes I will get a dash and it like flies me across the map and I'm like, ooh, that was a nice dash. Other times it just goes boop, 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 and you like barely move at all, and I'm like, why was that dash so weak? Like I had no power behind it. And I'm just sitting there like, that didn't seem right. Right, so good thing exploders only do like 5 damage. If they did any more than that, hasta la vista, baby, because that would suck. Multicast of totems, I love that because I can just actually drop a totem on these guys just like that. Yeah. Okay. But thrown around like a ragdoll. What else is new? The next thing is you have to deal with these Soulstone Steely boys, and like they're ruthless, you know, like, so you're dealing with elites, you're, wow, that's actually crazy. That didn't kill me for once. Look at that, you see that flamethrower attack chasing me there? I still see the smoke from it. Where's the end of it? Where does it end? Dude, ooh. I should have died there. And I almost died again, that's what I'm saying, from getting stuck on that little minion. I literally could not get around him. Literally could not. If you don't have any kind of extra input, maybe it's because of controller. Like, maybe it's just like supposed to be played on controller, and they're just kind of punishing MK players. It's honestly what it feels like, because it's like, I only have the ability to push my WASD keys, you know? When I'm inputting one of those keys at a time, and then I dash, I go directly into that direction. When you can have a joystick and go a much finer tuned direction, I imagine you could actually get around enemies with your dashes much more. I don't know for sure on that. When did I use my second revive? I literally don't remember doing that. Huh. I don't know. Hello there, you still alive? Not anymore. Saying the same thing to myself in a few seconds here. Alright. I mean, do I give a shit about the health? Whatever. What if it give me like 2 extra actual health? Who gives a shit? I'm ready to get out of this world whenever, Chief. Whenever you're ready to bullshit me again, I'm fine with it. Because I know you're going to, and I know I'm ready to accept it. I mean, we can win, it just depends if I stop getting bullshitted, and if enough, like the low bosses, I can actually start taking them out. The second I can kill, like, what, the Prophetess is so low? I've done some rounds on that guy. Like, what the fuck hit me there? Oh my god, that prestige is flying. That's pretty fun to see, to be honest, but what the fuck hit me there? I don't think so, dude. That's actually what killed me 2 runs ago, or maybe it was, yeah, 2 runs ago. A beam attack started on me. What is this? Alloys. Huh. Wow, that's cool. And a beam attack spawned on me. It showed that it was about to start. And then I was like, okay, I know the timing on this. I'll just dash right before it starts. I did the dash just like I did there, but it probably caught me on an enemy that time. I don't know. Last time it didn't catch me on an enemy, I'm pretty sure, but it was just like, boop, spawned right on me. Didn't even give me time to dash. So it's just, I don't even know. But Poison Cloud, I knew was chunking them. Poison Bomb was going crazy too. Acid Rain, yep. So, yeah, Poison did pretty well there. I'm pretty happy about that. And we did finish the curse level there. So now we finished curse level 5 on every level there. We unlocked some new stuff for, oh yeah, we got every single unique skill. We got Bestial Wrath, Battle Moose, and War Tiger. Weird names, but yo, it checks out. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to leave a like, comment, subscribe, or hit that notification bell so you can see more in the future, that'd be very cool. And this is a daily series, so if you do hit that notification bell, you'll get this delivered straight to your sub box and your notification box every single day. All that being said, that is it for me today. So as always, have a great day.